just never the same.
But one other thing that we didn't mention was he did an entire cellar, made a cellar into like a family room, so talk about a thinking parent, so whenever we had parties and stuff, we had it right in their cellar, so they always knew where their kids were. The rest of the parents, I mean, we were all right in the neighborhood, and how many parties did we have?
Lots of make-out parties down there.
Oh, we never did that. That had to have been you and your naughty friends, but...
Not me, but my naughty friends.
My sister.
So Debbie had
I have one more little story about that basement. I proposed to Mike in the Baxter basement when I was visiting while we were going out together, and I was up for Christmas weekend or Christmas week, and there was a New Year's Eve party, Jack, at your house, and the kids who were home were there dancing. And I think it was leap year, or there was some good excuse, some good reason for me to do the proposing.
No, the Pittsfield, Little Pittsfield, which there isn't a hill in town, but there's a ski slope. And it was built on the pinnacle, and I must say that Jack was not the only one, but he certainly was the spearhead that got that going. And as a result, significantly good skiers have come out of that little town where there's no hill higher than 150 feet. But, you know, Pinnacle now is in limbo. There has been a book written about defunct ski areas in Maine, and there are hundreds of them. These little podunk ski areas that are now if you can find a car wheel up on a tree, that's where the tow used to go. And of course, there's also a lot of publicity about active ski areas in Maine. But here's Pittsfield caught in the middle. It has an active ski area that ought to be defunct, but it isn't because it serves a very useful purpose in bringing that town together. And Ryan, I know that you've had generations coming up through that.
Yeah.
And it's still going. And Jane gave me a brochure on the Pinnacle, and it's got the picture of the rope tow. Kids are holding on to the rope tow.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids, did the same things we did, and grandchildren, and skier.
My granddaughter's been over there skiing.
Yeah, well, I don't know why I haven't got great-grandchildren. They just were slow getting around.
All the parents were teachers, so everybody taught skiing. And skiing became my life. I actually became very involved with the ski industry for most of my life. And Andrew's never skied before in his life, so kind of let.
Take me to Pinnacle.
Yeah, right. That's where you learn, right there.
My two sons, one was a captain of the Bowdoin team, and the other one was a captain of the University of Maine team. And they're a year apart. They competed against each other in college.
And the other legacy.
Still compete against each other.
The other legacy that Dad gave was photography. He had a darkroom down there on Nancy Street. He's had a darkroom since he was 12. And I grew up with prints drying all over, and I became a photographer. My daughter's a great photographer. My son's a good photographer. I married a photographer, and this guy's Allie's stuff. Dad's a photographer, and Andrew's a photographer. So that whole photography thing just mushroomed out in the family. So do you want to? Sure. Here's a.
Yeah.
Jack, a little reminder from your early days. Can of Baxter's beans. My dad painted this during his. Pardon? My dad did this during his Andy Warhol stage.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did those things.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he would want you to have it.
Oh, that would be great. Yes.
So her dad was my mom's brother, Ed Comey.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
That's cool.
Ed and I were great friends, and he was a guy that told it like it was, you know, and he and I got along very well. And he had a great sense of humor, but you hardly knew it because it was always with a straight face. And he had funds doing things like this, which is really nothing. But he always could make something funny out of nothing. And
That's great. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Baxter's finest.
okay.
So did he have the South Harpswell,
Oh, Institute of Technology.
South Harpswell Institute of Technology, and figure out what that spells when you,
You know, I'm probably one of the few people here that worked at the cannon factory over in Hartland.
Yeah.
So over here, there's a book of all the H.C. Baxter Brother labels that,
A few of them, not
a few of them. Really beautiful labels. H.C. Baxter Brother had a lot of the original patents in canning vegetables. Right, Dad? It was a big frog in a little pond. It had a lot of original patents, and then ultimately became a little frog in a big pond in the canning industry. And Dad had to take the family company and
We should
take
let
it
people go, shouldn't
to
we?
Oregon. So yeah, anybody can go that needs to go. But there is a thing, sort of a historical Baxter Canning Company label thing that many of you may remember through the years. But yeah, feel free to leave anytime and share any more stories that you might want. Checks. Okay. Well, I'll go tell the lady to bring checks.
They say.
All right, is that it?
Seems like it.
Okay.
Can't go till we.
Thank you all again for coming. It's been great. I don't know when I'll be back.
Have to wait for our checks.
Oh, yes. I'll get lots of checks.
We can't what?